Good morning. Welcome to our Wednesday morning, 8 o'clock a.m. Wednesday Pacific time, real estate humor meme stream. We get together for just 15, 20 minutes and have a little fun with the real estate topics. So if you're a real estate agent or you're in the business at all, you get from time to time in your Facebook feed, people send you memes. And I love memes. I love memes outside of real estate. I love comedy. It helps me keep light and happy during the day in a stressful business. And so I thought it'd be fun to join a Facebook group and then just review some of the memes weekly for about 15, 20 minutes. We're broadcasting live onto Facebook and LinkedIn and YouTube. I'm Bill Gross. I'm a real estate broker in Los Angeles, California. Love to have you to participate. If you're watching this on Facebook or YouTube, jump in, say hi, click on your favorite meme, put the link in there, your favorite meme, put the link in the chat, and if you're doing this live, I'll catch it and we will have fun together. So the goal here, we're not here to learn, we're not here to prospect, we're not here to network, we're here to enjoy real estate memes. So let's start off today. This is associated with the Facebook group Real Estate Humor that Kat Wagner put together. And so here we go for the first one that's there today. So this is a classic, the real estate renovation not done right. You can imagine this guy went out and bought the cabinets and the utilities and said, oh my God, it doesn't fit. I missed by 12 inches. What are your choices? I guess you can modify the cabinets, take out a piece or substitute a piece. His solution was angle it in. And look, if you live there and that works for you, great. The problem is it's time to sell it. That makes for a picture that can be a real estate meme, and here we are on the real estate meme stream making fun of it. So, love to see those. Okay, next, this is using current events. I love that when we tie in current events. So if you heard this story or saw this video about this fight, I think somewhere in the South over the weekend, and so the people were fighting, and other people jumped in, the police jumped in, but they made this into a meme where the seller's agent are holding off the inspector, the buyer's agent, the mortgage rates, the underwriter, the buyer's dad, probably Zillow, Redfin. You could add about 10 other things. You have to be strong to be a seller's agent. And if you're a seller, you need a strong agent because you really are fighting off all these forces. That's pretty much how it feels some days. I have to say, for me, I think that's the meme of the week in terms of what I feel like as a listing agent in this market. Okay, here's another one. I think we've seen this one before where this is Joe. He's been a full-time realtor since 2006. You go on a roller coaster and the rest of the world is wild and you're like, yeah, I've seen this before. I think in real estate, we deal with a lot of stressful business. And so I like to think in my non-real estate, I'm pretty calm and collected. I've had people say, Bill, I didn't realize you have all that going on. You seem so reserved. And the answer is, yeah, my normal day is pretty exciting. I don't need a roller coaster ride. I am a real estate agent. So there you go. Okay, this one I like a lot is code words for real estate agents so that we use. So cozy is another word that normal people say is tiny. Hidden gem is another word for a bad piece of property. Won't let. I have to tell you, I can't tell you how many times I've seen on the MLS listings that have been on the market for 30 days or more without a price change is on the market too long. And been in the market 90 days and it'll say won't last on there. And I want to say, but it lasted. So won't last. If they say it won't last, it will last. Motivated seller, desperate. Up and coming area, ghetto. Ouch, that's a tough one. Stunning means it's normal. Because so many houses are sold are really in bad shape, that's what you buy and you fix it up. So if you see something that's normal to live in, we call it stunning. Feels like, it doesn't feel like, feels like you're in a ranch. No, it really doesn't. Good bone means it's about to collapse. Yeah, we real estate agents use some words that probably are not very descriptive. And okay, so this is another one for real estate agents. How do you handle stuff on vacation? So I was watching, my daughter gave birth to our second grandson yesterday, and my son-in-law was in the room, and he had his laptop, he had a second screen, he was like working like he might anywhere in the world. And that's realtor life. And so here's a realtor. When your client wants you to put an offer in the second you get on vacation, so he's out on a little boat thing, and he's got his laptop, he's got his coffee, he's dressed in his coat. Yeah, it feels that way sometimes. We go the second we go. That's a classic. The second we go on a vacation, the phone rings. Actually, the truth is, it's the day before you go. You get the most leads you get all week long. Okay, so this is a classic one also, I think. You need to show the house to 6 buyers on Thursday, and the tenant says, you don't get to interrupt that, right? So I think that in California law, technically, if you give notice to the tenant, you're going to show the property. You don't need their permission. I think every tenant believes they have a veto power and can use it as much as they want. So when you try to talk to the tenant about showing the property and you have multiple buyers you want to get it to, it is always a tough discussion that I have with the agent. So again, I see a couple of people here chiming in. This is a real estate meme stream. Love to have you put in your favorite memes, attach them there in the link, and we will try to get them on screen for everybody to enjoy as well. Okay, next. This isn't funny. Have you dated or been involved with a realtor? You may be entitled to compensation. If you've been in a real estate office, we all know guys who are just go through women folk like. Well, I'll just leave it at that. It's just interesting the process we go through. And okay, there you go. So next one is I actually had this happen in my life. It's so hard to find that 1-bedroom, 5-car garage the guy's looking for. I live next door to this. This guy had a 3-car garage where I lived, and he was constantly fixing cars. He would buy classic, in his case, Chevrolets, and he would fix them up, and then he would park them on the street in front of us. And I talked to him, and we lived in a cul-de-sac with very little parking. And he put in these 2 lifts in his house, and he was able to park 5 cars in his car and close the garage door. I thought it was amazing. That's pretty committed to your car hobby. So yeah, I've actually had that happen. Okay, so this one is interesting. Mortgage industry is like loan officers and closed loans, how much they love them. You know, 3 years ago, loan officers closed loans, and their whole goal was not to talk to customers. It was amazing to me. The last 10 years, I think, have just destroyed most loan officers' habits. And I tell this to customers all the time that just because you talk to the guy before you put the offers in, we need him to do his job during. I'm in a deal right now with a Bank of America loan officer who was great when we started. And I just can't, I feel like broadcasting the particular requirement they're requiring this customer to go through to get the loan. But she's not involved, she's not being proactive. And I think that's the thing is, in any business, you really have to communicate with your customers. And so now loan officers, I think, are so desperate for business to close, they appreciate it. But what they don't appreciate, I think, enough is where's that business come from? It's the customer who brings you leads, and you go through 5 to get 1. You got to get 5 more to get 1. You can't just love the one that you have. Okay, so this is classic. That when the buyer asks to talk to the seller directly, absolutely blanking not. It's never really good. It's never. Now, I'll say this. When I have a very sophisticated buyer and I have a seller who is obviously just going to give away all the concessions or whatever my buyer wants, and I just tell my buyer that everything has to be documented in writing, nothing they agree to verbally is going to count unless there's something in writing to follow up on it. I will have my customer, I can't stop them. They're grown adults from talking to them. In general, it's just a bad idea. It's particularly bad when there's tension and frustration. It works well when they're getting along well and the buyer wants a concession of some sort. But generally speaking, not to be done and to be avoided if possible. Okay, so this is a great meme, kind of the same thing we just covered, which is what people think realtors do on vacation, like normal people who sit around. And in reality, this is so classic. We've all been around this person who were somewhere at a ball game or vacation spot, and they're just on their phone nonstop. And that's been me. I mean, I've been in my hotel room most of the time when we went on vacation when I was younger. And nowadays, I have my business way more under control. I do think it's a business maturity thing, but definitely, definitely for too many real estate agents, that's real. Okay, this is a classic one. You call the listing agent to see the property, and he goes, "Oh yeah, the tenant's really cool." Showing the property, and you show up, and the tenant looks like that when you arrive. Yeah, I don't think any tenants like it because they know you're buying the property to move them out, right? It's different when you're buying a multifamily and you're buying it for rental income. But generally speaking, when you're buying a property and they know you're moving them out, they're going to be nice to you with a knife behind your back, or they're going to be like this. So that's a classic experience I can relate to, having been there and felt that myself. Let's see, that doesn't work. That one doesn't work for this. I don't like that one. Yeah, I don't know. That doesn't. That doesn't work. I don't think that's quite the case. I don't know. I'm looking at some of these, and this is how we feel as real estate agents when you're at a party and nobody wants to talk about real estate. I've never felt that. I'll be honest with you. When I go to a social event, I feel like people come to me and talk about real estate all the time. I'm not that guy who goes out of my way to talk about the market. Hey, did you see that house? Hey, you guys thinking of moving? I would never do that. But I get people all the time who come to me. So I don't know. This is an interesting meme. I guess there's some people who feel that way, but definitely not something I can relate to personally. Okay, so let's see. We have a couple more here. I don't like that one. Oh yeah, this is a great one. So for real estate agents, the relationship between real estate school and selling real estate, this is very real. Real estate school really is only designed to prepare you to pass the test to get your license. It teaches you nothing about selling real estate. Nothing. And I think that we all had teachers who tell us how real estate was back when they sold 30, 40 years ago. They're not selling today enough, or else they would be full-time in sales. I did teach a class while I was managing an office for a period of time and try to give agents a sense of what reality looks like. But most agents get in business have really no idea what they're getting into, and it can feel like you're just a fish out of water, I think is the way I would think about it. Okay, why are we having technical problems here? This meme's not working out so well. Okay, go back. Oh, that's interesting. A little Facebook crash there. Let me scroll down again, and where were we? Okay, you guys enjoying this? If you guys find a good meme while you're on this, feel free to jump in and post it. I'd love to share it. We get, I don't know how many memes. These ones I went through and reviewed today, these are all posted in the last 24 hours. This is bad. Realtor at a Starbucks, can I get a light roast? And the barista roasting them says, "You haven't sold anything in the last 6 months." Ouch. So many realtors, that's true. So many. I mean, when you go into the MLS roster, interesting factoid, less than half have sold a house in the last year. That's called a normal market. I don't even know what it's like today. That's called a normal market. So that's a light roast that most agents, half of them are going to be offended by that one. So there you go. Okay, last meme. Let me get it up here. Where are we? Okay, so this is common. So, in a competitive market, I'm a listing agent. I get multiple offers, and agents, I think, have a misunderstanding of what I have to do to get the property sold and to choose their offer. But agents do a lot of things to try to get you to choose them. So me over here doing what I can to get the seller to choose me as their agent. Trying to get attention. I think different agents have different strategies, and I appreciate that. But the getting attention one, I think that should be the opposite. I think you want to have somebody appreciate you. And so I like it when agents are prepared know what they're doing, document that they followed the instructions. But yeah, for a lot of real estate agents, it's about getting attention. Okay, hey, it's about 20 minutes in. I think we'll wrap up for today. So this is real estate humor meme stream, and we do this every Wednesday, 8 o'clock. Love to have you join in. Love to have you post your memes on our Facebook group. Love to have you post them live on this call. I'm Bill Gross at Bill Gross Probate, and hope to see you around. Have a great week. Bye bye.